colleagues, community members. As I look out at the congregation, an important face is missing. Dave Roberts, a congregational leader, a member of Bob's search committee, and a friend to many of us, passed away yesterday. He would have been here, and we miss him already in so many ways. Reverend Bob Renjilian came to UUTC in August of 2020 in the early, scariest times of the pandemic. What a time to start a ministry, right? No in-person Sunday services, not many opportunities for fellowship, very few events. But that was then, and this is now. So we're solidly living in our new normal, and we're happy to finally be able to install Reverend Bob as our settled minister 3 years after he settled. It's a wonderful day. Oh, I was going to announce the hymn. And now I don't have written down what it is because I left it. What number? 298. Here's our hymn.
On behalf of our neighboring UU congregations for this special occasion, and I give you welcome from our colleagues. You'll recognize ministers as wearing black bathrobes today, so you'll recognize us. It's good to be with you on this very happy occasion.
I bring you greetings on behalf of the community as we celebrate this long and overdue installation of Pastor Bob. Our community is a better place because of the Unitarian Universalist of Transylvania County. So many of you support so many aspects of justice making in our midst. Suffering, people who are struggling, people who need to have accompanying people with them to be that prophetic voice, and this congregation certainly does that for all of us. So on behalf of a community that desperately needs your witness, your prophetic voice, your strong leadership as pastor, I greet you. There's one quote that I used this morning at another place of worship. It comes from the Talmud, and I think it really resounds with this threshold, again, that you're crossing. Do not be daunted by the enormity of the world's grief, but do justly now. Love mercy now. Walk humbly now. You are not obligated to complete the work, but neither are you free to abandon it. So welcome.
Good afternoon. And if anyone's waiting, please come on. We've got more seating here. How about the second rows? Are okay? Yeah, in these second rows, we reserved them just for y'all because we knew you were coming. So come on in and join us. So my name is Kevin Lausch, and I get the privilege of working with the children and youth here at UUTC. And this is now the time for the children's charge to Reverend Bob. And I was asked to find the items that the children might like to charge the minister with. And if you don't know what a charge is, it's a fancy church word that means you get to ask the minister, and in the church as a whole really, how to act and what to do to deepen our spiritual family here, how we expand our community, and how we keep growing and loving everyone. So, Reverend Bob, here's what the children and youth have said. Let's do more things outside around the fire pit, like campfires and picnics and s'mores. Lots of s'mores. More singing around the campfire, too. Learn about how Unitarians have helped to stop war and stood up to bad leaders. From one of our youth, keep working to make our church more inclusive and be a place for all LGBTQ plus people and youth. Be kind and teach us to forgive. Bring in dogs from the animal shelter for the worship service so we can learn how to take care of them and adopt them. And then after that, we can play with them. And that's from our very own Emery Marks. And you seem really busy, so learn to relax. So Reverend Bob, please continue to guide us, teach us how to forgive, help us to deepen our church family love around the campfire, and let's have more s'mores and more dogs in church. And relax a little.
Hello, UUTC. I'm Reverend Bill Sinkford, speaking to you from Washington, D.C., where I am serving as transitional minister at All Souls Church Unitarian. And I wish I could be there with you in person on this joyous and important day, when you both finally install Bob Renjilian as your minister and celebrate the 24th anniversary of your chartering as a UU congregation. I wish I could be there with you in person today, but I was with you in 2004 when you dedicated your building. Some of you may remember. The UUA was growing then, both in numbers and in witness for our values at the national level, and I was serving as UUA president and welcomed the chance to show up for congregations that were pointing the way. And UUTC was a model I wanted to support. Then you were a newish congregation called together in 1999, converting a utility building into a worship space, recycling at a very high level, so different from those white, clapboard New England churches where our faith began. But what I loved most was that your building was right on the main street and near the center of town, bringing a progressive religious presence, visible and proud liberal religious presence to Brevard. A contemporary and a kind of southern version of the prominence of those New England churches. And UUTC has grown in the last 20 years since you moved to this building. Grown in numbers, yes, but numbers follow vision and the ministry that grows out of vision. You've become a progressive grant maker in Transylvania County, recently supporting the African American community, especially opportunities for young people, partnering with the NAA, in support of HBCUs. You've become a welcoming home for BGLTQ plus teens and their families. Your ministry has defined and is defining what our faith means and what role our faith can play as you answer the call of love. And as a result, your ministry has thrived. That's the way this works. Bob asked me to offer the charge to the congregation today. This is the part of the service of installation when somebody from outside gives you instructions about how to live out your faith in your community and tells you how to behave with your now not so new minister. And Unitarian Universalists do not generally respond all that well to outside direction about our religious lives. I'm just saying. But I do want to offer a charge to you today. I want to charge you to continue following your vision and to continue living out your mission, both in the ways you have thus far found, but also in new ways as well, and to continue deepening your covenant and your partnership with Bob. The last 3 years have been so hard. It is natural to yearn for a return to what we knew before COVID. But you all know, at least intellectually, that life and ministry will never be quite the same. So I charge you to search for new ways to live out your mission in this new post-COVID world. I charge you to preserve the strength and meaning you found in this community before COVID and during COVID. Some of you, many perhaps, must have joined UUTC in the last 3 years. So preserve the strength and the meaning of this congregation's past, but do not attempt to simply return, because the world has changed. Answer the calling of the Spirit to bring the great good news of this faith to that community that you serve, and to a world that is so much in need of repair and healing and transformation. I charge you to bring the Spirit of life to life in your lives, because our work as a faith is far from done. And I charge you to keep bringing that message of love. Keep bringing it. Many blessings for you, Bob, and for the ministry you will do together with this fine congregation.
Hymn 123, Spirit of Life. Please be seated. This is the act of installation. No right is more precious to a free congregation than choosing its own minister. By the same token, no right is more precious to a Unitarian Universalist minister than that of choosing the congregation he will serve. It is with profound feeling, therefore, that we formally recognize the conventual relationship now existing between the Unitarian Universalists of Transylvania County and the Reverend Robert Franklin Renjilian, whom we have freely chosen and who has freely chosen us. Our choice is based not on heritage, but also on the hopes and aspirations we have for the future. This ceremony symbolizes our dedication to new efforts. We affirm this act by the goals toward which we strive and the ideals by which we are sustained and strengthened. Will the members of UUTC please rise as you are able and join me in the following words. They're in your bulletin. We cherish our congregation for its past achievements and for its efforts to evolve with changing times. We honor those who founded, nurtured, and progressively transformed our existence as a congregation and for what it may yet become through our united efforts. We celebrate a fresh vision that upholds our mission to support individual spiritual journeys and to promote social, economic, and environmental justice. We pledge our commitment to a shared ministry in this congregation and community. We offer you the Reverend Robert Franklin Renjilian, a free pulpit, and ask that you preach the truth as you know it. We pledge to the best of our ability to journey with you, to speak the truth in love, to dwell together in peace, and to live in right relationship with ourselves, the wider community, and the earth. Do you commit to this journey with us?
I do. I pledge my consecrated efforts towards our shared ministry. To the best of my ability, I will speak the truth in love, minister to our joys and sorrows alike, and guide us in the ways of peace with justice within this congregation and in the wider world. Above all, I am honored to be in this shared ministry in concert with the shared mission and vision.
Already established between us, we formally install you as minister of the Unitarian Universalists of Transylvania County. May our shared ministry continue to flourish and be a source of blessing, healing, and hope for us and for the world.
Thank you, Alice.
Thank you.
May our ministry be blessed. May, as we go out into this world, may we carry the love of this place into a world that needs that message of love and acceptance. As I say each week, may our comings here return us to this place, this unique place and unique community each week, and then encourage us to go out and do our mission in the world. For while this installation service is over, 3 years in, our work has already begun and will continue. Blessings on all as we do so. Thank you.